athletic?
Coach, what do you attribute that to? Them just kind of shooting really well, or did you see holes in your defense?
The start of the game, I think they made their first 9 shots, first 4 threes. So obviously they shot it well. I think it was a little bit of both, but they came out. I was actually pleased. We kept them away from the basket. They were shooting perimeter shots, but I wasn't as much concerned about the way they shot the ball at the beginning, but the first 12 after that, I thought the first 16 minutes of the game was, frankly, it was a little embarrassing. We put up a good fight the last 8 minutes of the second quarter and competed well at both ends, got back into it. But the first 16 minutes were extremely disappointing.
Is that something you would express to them, or do you think it's pretty much goes unsaid?
It didn't go unsaid.
Okay.
Next question is coming from Christos Saltes with Sport DNA.
Coach, how difficult for teams to bounce back after a 47 first quarter game, and what would you like to improve on defensive effort for the game against the Jazz?
Can you repeat those 2 questions, please?
Yeah, how difficult for a team is to bounce back after a first quarter with 47 points on defensive end, and what would you like to improve for the game against the Jazz?
Well, I will say, bouncing back, the fact that we, after giving up 47 in the first quarter and whatever it was after 16 minutes, there was a timeout with 8 something to go. To cut it to 2 on the road against a team like that was a pretty impressive effort. So that part of it was very encouraging. As far as the Jazz go, I haven't started our preparation on that, but they're a very good 3-point shooting team, just like the Clippers. They're a very good defensive team, just like the Clippers were tonight. So we have to come out against the Jazz at the very start and play with a certain amount of effort and urgency that it takes to win on the road against a good team.
Dwight James, NBC Sports Northwest.
Terry, they blitzed some pick and rolls on Dame a lot tonight. And I know usually you kind of welcome that because it gives you an open guy. I didn't think tonight you guys took advantage of that very well. How did you see that?
Well, I saw that we scored 66 in the first half. So I have a hard time complaining about our offense in the first half, regardless of what they were doing. Obviously, they did give Dame a lot of attention. My biggest disappointment with that is it's, keeping Dame involved. I know he gets frustrated by not having clean looks and being double teamed and people taking the ball out of his hands. Because of that, Norman had a very good night. CJ had a very good night. But my biggest concern for that is, it's very frustrating for Dame. Even though if the team is scoring, he wants to be involved, and it's up to me to help him get quality shots, and it's up to the team to help him when teams are doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. What do you got?
No, well, he was 2 for 14, Terry, and I thought some of those were forces. It was obvious he was frustrated. And you mentioned in the first half how many points you scored. The fact is, if you're going to defend like this, you're going to need to score 134 to win, and that would be the point.
Well, like I said, I can't complain about 66 points in the first half, and I certainly understand the frustration on Dame's part. I'm frustrated when teams sell out on him. It's very frustrating for everybody, and. But on a night like tonight, when we gave up 74 in the first half and scored 66 or 73 in the first half, I'm looking at the defense first. But as far as Dame, it's up to me and the rest of the team to help him out. When teams sell out like that, it's up to everybody else to help out.
Coming back to Jason Quick with the last question.
Coach, when you're talking about the embarrassing start defensively, is it more of an effort issue or an execution issue in your eyes?
I would say tonight it was a little bit of everything. I think there's execution. I think there's effort. I think there's communication. I think there's want to, all those things. You don't give up that many points and just point to one thing.
Yeah. Which one concerns you the most? What facet concerns you the most?
All of them. All of them. If you give up 47 in the first quarter, it's all of them.
We'll wrap it there. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.